What's up, everybody? E-Rock the Red here, back with episode 24 of Gaming News Weekly. We've got a jam-packed show today, so let's get moving with our new releases from last week. Luckily, we only had a handful of new releases to talk about. So first up, let's talk Galgun Returns. Came out for the PC and Nintendo Switch. Came out on February 12th. Now, for anybody not familiar with Galgun, this is the third in the series, and it is one of the strangest games I've seen. It's basically it's an on-rails shooter, and instead of shooting things, you're poking girls to get them excited. It's very, very strange. This one has over 70 girls, and there are over 400 types of panties to discover. So there you have it. If that sounds interesting to you, I've never played any of the series, but they intrigue me, I should say. But yeah, if that sounds good to you, go check it out. Galgun. Try any of the three. I heard in reviews, I saw that this is the tamest of the three, but it was dropped from being released on the Xbox systems as initially planned. So yeah, go check it out. All right, next up, last week saw the release of Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury for the Nintendo Switch. Came out February 12th. This one is getting amazing reviews. Currently, it's at 90 on Metacritic. Now, we knew this was a great game. This is a remaster from the Wii U version, Super Mario 3D World. Same game, basically, just revamped. It's got the 4-player co-op play, the Super Battle, which you could become a giant cat, and all the gameplay that you know and love from the original. Dozens of stages, online co-op, the 3D gameplay, and then it now includes the Bowser's Fury little expansion. So definitely worth checking out if you've never played that. I know not many people had the Wii U, so this could be a chance to get to play this game. Like, I've never played this, so it looks like a lot of fun, and it has co-op, so, you know, we could play with friends or family. And lastly, today we had the release of King of Seas for PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. This is it's a pirate game. You play as a pirate, and you do pirate things. So it's an action role-playing game set in a procedurally generated pirate world where you sail the seas and you do missions and you hunt for treasure and there's bounties. The gameplay sounds very cool. On top of that, there's like weather effects that change how you can sail or what you can do and how you battle. So the idea behind this is really cool. There are no reviews that I've seen just yet, so unsure of how the game actually is, but the idea of it sounds really cool and, could be one worth checking out. All right, that's it for our new releases from last week, so let's jump right into our news of the week. Just yesterday, we had a new Nintendo Direct, and there were a ton of announcements in it, so we're going to do lightning round here. Go through as many announcements as I can. First one we saw, Xenoblade Chronicles Pyra and Mithra join Super Smash Bros. Ultimate coming this March. I'm unfamiliar with these characters, but any addition to the ever-growing lineup of playable characters in Smash Bros. Is always welcome, and I'm sure they'll be fun to check out. Next, we got an announced trailer for Fall Guys coming to Nintendo Switch. No release date, just a summer window shown. Your same classic Fall Guys action now on Nintendo Switch. No word yet on crossplay or any of that stuff, but I'm sure there'll be a lot more announcements as we get closer to the release of this one. Also announced with a summer release window, the popular title Outer Wilds is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Another game I've never played, but I've heard amazing things about it. So Now I have more options. I can play it wherever I want, so I may just have to do that. We got another announced trailer for a game also coming out this summer, Samurai Warriors 5. This is a spin-off of the popular Dynasty Warriors series, this time with Samurai. So check it out this summer. Another announcement, Legend of Mana is getting a remaster, set to come out June 24th on the Nintendo Switch. This one looks beautiful. Next up, we got another trailer for Monster Hunter Rise, set to come out March 26th. This one showed off a lot of the monsters that are featured in this new game and some of the weapons and armor and stuff that you can build and use in the game. Definitely worth checking out the whole trailer if you are a fan of this series. All right, next up, this one was the highlight of the show for me. Mario Golf Super Rush. Finally, we get a console version of Mario Golf. It's been so long since we've been able to play one, and this one looks phenomenal. It's got a ton of new features. It's got motion control, regular button control, and one of my favorite looking things is speed golf. 4 players golfing at the same time, trying to finish the hole fastest. Looks crazy. There's power-ups and different abilities that you can use. It looks like it will be a ton of fun. It also has a story mode where you play and level up your characters. So this one, definitely a highlight of the show. On my list, I'm very excited. Comes out June 25th on the Nintendo Switch. Put it on your calendars. Next up, we had the announcement of Tales from the Borderlands coming to Nintendo Switch. This is the Telltale series. All of the episodes for this game included in one, coming March 24th. If you've never played this, definitely check it out. It's one of my favorites that Telltale has ever put out. And a cool little surprise for anybody into retro gaming, Capcom Arcade Stadium was released, available now. This has all the classic Capcom arcade games available in one place. So definitely, if you're a fan of these titles, go check it out. All right, and this game was my other highlight of the show, Neon White. This is by the guy who made Donut County. Great game. If you never played that, definitely check that out. It's coming out for PC and Nintendo Switch, and it's so original. I can't even explain it. It looks like a first-person shooter / runner / card game. I don't know, but you hunt demons in heaven, and it looks very stylish and very original. So I am eager for this one. No release date, just set to come out this winter. Next up, we got a release date for Plants vs. Zombies Battle for the Neighborhood, coming to the Nintendo Switch on March 19th. This is the popular 8v8 multiplayer shooter with your favorite Plants vs. Zombies characters. So, check it out. And a very surprising announcement, a game called Miitopia. It's basically a role-playing game where you play as your Miis that you have on your Switch. Very strange. I don't know what this is. There's a horse that you could train and love, and weird Pokemon-looking things. Who knows? But if you're interested in learning more, this one comes out May 21st. Then we got a first look at a brand new game called Knockout City. This is a multiplayer dodgeball game developed by the people that just recently made the Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, the remote control car racing game. A lot of questions remain as to what this game really is or what the gameplay is like, but it looks like it could be fun, and definitely keep your eyes out for more information. Next up, we got to look at Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, set to come out July 16th to the Nintendo Switch. Now, this is the Wii game from 2011, completely redone. now you could play it with motion controls, or there is a new button system that you could play with the controller. Updated graphics, all that stuff. So, if you're a fan of this game and want to revisit it, now is your chance. It looks beautiful. I enjoyed playing this game so much on the Wii. It was one of my favorite games when the Wii came out. It was so much fun using the motion controls. So, I may go back to it and play more with the motion controls. Who knows? But I have the option, which is real cool. Also, they stated that there was nothing to announce regarding Breath of the Wild 2, but they will have news later this year. So something to look forward to. And lastly, we got a bit of a teaser trailer for Splatoon 3. Not much info was given other than that it is coming in 2022. So I'm sure we'll see more news on that as we get closer to that. But right now, just a little bit of a teaser trailer showing off some of the characters from the game. All right, let's leave Nintendo World and head over to Microsoft Land. Microsoft announced a new enhancement system for backwards compatible games called FPS Boost. Now, this is intended to boost the frame rate of backwards compatible games to either double or sometimes triple the current frame rate. Right now, it's only for certain targeted games. They're doing Far Cry 4, New Super Lucky's Tale, Sniper Elite 4, Watch Dogs 2, and UFC 4 to start. Now, you're able to toggle it on and off whether you want to use the feature, but for games like UFC or Watch Dogs, it increases it to 60 frames per second, and with Super Lucky's Tale, 120 frames per second. So, huge deal if you're into silky smooth gameplay. So I can't wait to see what that looks like and how it affects these games. And over in Sonyville, there is a new class action lawsuit targeting Sony, specifically the PlayStation 5's Dual Sense controllers, stating that they are defective due to drift. Now, what drift is, it's when your character on the screen or your camera or whatever just starts moving without touching the controller. What they're saying is that Sony was aware of the issue and did not disclose that there may be issues when they were selling the merchandise. The suit calls Sony's conduct fraudulent, deceptive, unlawful, and unfair. They also state that people have difficulty contacting Sony to get the issue resolved. They are given runarounds where they're put on, on hold and transferred multiple times and don't get any resolution to the issue. So we'll see what happens with this. The lawsuit was just filed, but, I don't have any issues with either of my controllers just yet. But, I don't play as much as a lot of, say, like professional streamers or something. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with this lawsuit. And last up, it wouldn't be a Gaming News Weekly without a little bit of talk about CD Projekt Red. Now, last week we talked about how they were hacked and their source code was stolen for Cyberpunk, The Witcher games, and Gwent. Since then, it is believed that the source code was sold at an auction. There was an auction set up on the dark web, and, someone purchased the game. Some rumors coming in stating that it was purchased for $7 million. Now, that's for the source code for all those games mentioned. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with this. Pretty crazy. And hopefully CD Projekt Red's luck turns around at some point soon. All right, and with that, we've come to the end of another Gaming News Weekly. As always, thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment, let me know what you thought of this episode, and we'll see you next week. All right, thanks. Bye.